Good morning, everyone. Hope it's been a fantastic morning for you so far. Today I just kind of wanted to share a little bit that kind of resonated with me first thing this morning, actually. So I was on my way to work, and literally about 2 blocks away from my house, I was almost in what could have been a pretty severe accident, purely because the person that pulled out and cut me off really wasn't paying too much attention. Now, before I continue, I want to share with you a philosophy that, well, many of you might already have heard of. Now, if you had $86,400 in your bank account and there was a random withdrawal of $10, would that ruin your day? I'm going to go on a limb and probably assume that no, it wouldn't ruin your day. Now, where this fits in place is there is 86,400 seconds in a day. So if a person steals 10 seconds of your time, why should we let it ruin the rest of our day? So the purpose I'm bringing this up is with small incremental changes in life, it takes time. Change and growth is never an overnight thing, okay? Now, this was all brought on to myself about a year ago when I read a book called The Miracle Morning, written by Hal Elrod. And he's a fantastic author, by the way. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. It's a very good read. But anyways, so in the book, he outlines that in his first business adventure, he was working for a company called Cutco. And in his time at Cutco, he had learned the philosophy called can't change it. So when something bad happens and you can't change it, why let it ruin the rest of your day? So basically, you give yourself 5 minutes if something bad happens. You kick, scream, punch, whatever. But then after that 5 minutes is done, no longer allow whatever happened to rule the rest of your day. So this exercise I learned about a year ago. And with this exercise, I used to put sticky notes up all over the place. I still have a sticky note up on my computer monitor at work and at my home office. And at first, I really didn't, I had the reminder of, yeah, I can't change it. Of course, I can't change it. It had already happened. But through the time, so about a year now, I now started noticing that when stuff like this happens where I get cut off and, almost get into an accident, thinking to Dylan 3, 5, hell, even 2 years ago, that I would let that encounter ruin the rest of my day. Whereas today, it was nothing. I spilt my coffee, didn't need the coffee anymore because I was definitely awake because I was almost into an accident. But in that moment, I actually remembered, can't change it. So I let it go. Now, I bring this up because I know there are a lot of people out there that think that self-help books are garbage. And I used to think that same way. I used to read self-help books all the time, but I never really got anything much out of them. So basically, my message to you today is it takes time. You can't read a book on how to ride a unicycle and then just expect to know how to ride a unicycle. You have to put the practice in to know how to ride said unicycle. So when you read a self-help book or you want to implement any changes in your life, the small incremental changes, you have to put the time in and put in the practice. So throughout my year of looking at these sticky notes of, can't change it, can't change it, can't change it, now I can say that comes to my mind without even to focus on it. I don't even need to think about it. So my basic message to you guys, and sorry if the camera's a little bit shaky, because this literally just happened like 5 minutes ago, and it scared the shit out of me a little bit. Is anything in life that you learn, it's not an overnight process. Whether you're building confidence, whether you're building self-esteem, whether you're wanting to just embetter yourself, It's small incremental changes that take time. You might not notice it in that second, but over time you will start to notice that you're not going to respond the same way as you would have in the past. But you have to put the practice in. It's always about the practice. It's the time, effort, and patience. And with those 3 tools in your arsenal, you can accomplish absolutely anything in life that you want. On that note, I hope you guys all have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care, everybody.